I'm joined now by Nicky Holland, who, unbelievably, with husband Graham, has four going in the Easter Cup final. Nicky, such a great competition, the Easter Cup, and maybe second just to the Derby. And you've got four of the finalists. How does that feel?
Oh, look, it's brilliant. It was a tough night Saturday night. It'd been raining quite a lot in Shelbourne Park, and to be honest, when we got there, you actually didn't know if racing was going to go ahead or not because they had so much rain, and they did very well to get racing going. Obviously, the rain stopped and track started to dry out. Um, Obviously, had four in the semi-finals, and you're just hoping to something could qualify to get all four through. Just very pleased with them. They all ran really well. It's great for their owners. They're all coming to the final to support their dogs, which is brilliant. They're there to see them run. And we couldn't ask for any more. We really couldn't.
Let's concentrate on Swords Rex first of all, because he's likely to line up as the favourite for the final. Won his semi-final by a length, obviously beating Romeo Magico, who we will talk about, but we'll concentrate on Swords Rex, 30-39.
Okay.
What did you make of that run?
I look very pleased with him. The previous two rounds, he hadn't really been breaking at all. Totally mistimed the start and ran very well to qualify. Came out very well. Went to the bend. Obviously, it was a great semi-final. Our own Romeo Magico, Ballymacfin on his outside, and they're all going to the first bend. And they're all good dogs, and you just want to see them all get round cleanly. No sort of bulking and what have you. And luckily, he drove the bend well and took it up at the second bend. And you're looking back and you see that Badger Romeo Magico is in second, which is great. And just stayed on well. It was tough in that going. As I say, the weather wasn't great during the day there. Track was slow, as you could probably see. All the times were back on the night. And he's there in the final, which was brilliant.
Obviously, he's last year's Kirby winner. Do you feel like he gets better through the competition? That was his best run so far, the Easter Cup, wasn't it, on Saturday?
Yeah, look, he actually came away better. He hadn't come away very well at all in the previous rounds. He's a dog that he thrives on his racing. He loves racing. He just loves it. He's so laid back in the kennel at home and everything. But when he's doing something, be it galloping or going racing, he's there. He's ready for it. So yeah, he needs some races under his belt to see him at his best. And he's there in the final, and he's drawn trap one, which he's very pleased. I know Leonard's delighted to be on the rail. It's a tough final. There's good dogs in it. Obviously, we've got other dogs, and there's trap two and trap six are good dogs as well. He's there on the rail, and hopefully he can break as well as he did on Saturday and give it his best shot.
A worthy favourite, in your opinion?
Probably on the trap draw. As I say, they're all good dogs in there. It's very hard. Bockos Crystal, our bitch, went faster than him in the semi-final, but I'd say he's probably favourite on the trap draw.
Well, listen, I wish you all the best. He's a fantastic dog. We love watching him. Swords Rex goes in trap one in the Easter Cup final on Saturday. I'm joined now by Mikey Cronin, who has Trinity Junior going for himself, and obviously his father, Peter Cronin, the trainer, on Saturday night in the Easter Cup final at Shelbourne Park, going from trap two. Mikey, thank you for talking to us. You were second in the semi-final, beaten by Bockos Crystal. I wondered what you made of that run and what you've made of him throughout the competition.
Yeah, look, it was very wet Shelbourne. Like, the conditions probably wouldn't have suited him, but he battled away. The bitch got away, the Bockos Crystal. She's a good bitch. Like, she starts, she stays. And it was a very messy. There was two of them hit the deck, like, and he done it well, like, going around the first bend to hold his position. And he ran really well after that. I think he passed one of the Galloping Sydney dog down up the home straight, and he ran very well now. We're delighted with him.
And you should be throughout his career, really, because this dog, we all remember, was brilliant in making the final of the RPGTV juvenile over the 480. And then he made the Laurels final at Limerick as well. I think I'm right in saying they're the only three competitions you've put him in. So he's one who's very hard to keep out of the frame.
Yeah, it was the Ledger final he was in Limerick, and he was fierce unlucky in that. There was four of them went to the bend together, and he was on the inside of them, and they just kind of squeeze up, and there was trouble. And that was that. But he was unlucky in the final of the Puppy Derby as well, just missed it. And that was that. But he won a £7,500 unraced in Shelbourne as well. So, yeah, he's a good competition dog. Like, he gives it his all the time.
Do you feel like he sort of gets better? Are we going to see an improved Trinity Junior come Saturday night?
Yeah, look, he'll have to improve. It's a great final. Like, his Swords Rex inside him is a very fast dog. 27.79 there, done Derby final. Like, he'll be going well now. But he has to lead, like, that's it. He's a front runner dog, like, he's very good at the front, but fingers crossed, if he broke and got around the front, we'd be hoping he'd stay there then.
Well, that was going to be my next question, because it is a familiar draw for you. Some of the other dogs in the race have not maybe got their favourite draws, but you're in trap 2. How do you see the race panning out? And is it just simply a case of you need to lead to win for you?
Yeah, look, I'd say there's probably most of them in it have to lead to win. Like, we're in trap 2. Swords Rex is one. He's a very good dog off the fence, like. And he's a very good finalist, great early pace. Galloping Sydney, tis a good final. Like Bockos Crystal, she stays, but she can start as well. So we're going to have to break and lead. That's kind of his gig. He's a very good dog, though. He's great early, great gears down the back, and he's a good, honest dog. A
great dog for you to have in your kennel, but things generally are very busy for you.
Sorry?
Things generally very busy for you at the moment in your kennel.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we were in Shelbourne Friday and Saturday, and we were supporting Difford tonight, last night, and we're Enniscorthy tonight with the future champion on race. We've won in that and won the consolation. So
absolutely brilliant. Good job. It's school holidays and your dad's got you to help him out. But thank you for making the time to talk to us, and all the best on Saturday night. Good luck, Mikey.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What a bitch Bockos Crystal is, and she will go in trap 3 of the Easter Cup final for the Holland camp on Saturday night. Gosh, that semi-final, I mean, was it just the case that she got loose and away and gone, and then obviously the fastest semi-final time of the competition?
Look, she's such a strong bitch. She really is. She's great. She's got great early pace, and she really, ran her line to the bend, got up the inside, made the bend her own, and generally once she's in front, it's tough to pick her up. She's strong. She won the 600 there back October time, so we know she stays very well. And the going was tough, and a bitch like her would suit her down to the ground. But she's a hard bitch to beat when she's in front. She's brilliant. We love to bits.
And with bitches, I always tend to look out for sort of a running form, be it good or bad. But this year, she has been flying for you.
She had, she was running very well last year in the Ledger at Limerick, and unfortunately overran herself in the semi-final and couldn't take her place. In the semi-final, she overran in the quarter-final, and it was such a shame because she'd been flying around Limerick, so that was unfortunate. And she's come back this year, and she's continued with how well she can run. She's a great bitch. She thinks she's a dog. She's very much like a dog. She's a great size for a bitch. She's striking looking, and yeah, she's tough. She's a tough bitch.
She's a regular runner from traps 1 to 4. She gets 3 for the final. What do you make of the trap and the makeup of the race for her?
Look, she probably needs to be coming away the best of her ability, but she will be running on very strong. She's tough. She's fearless at the bend, and if there's any chance, obviously she's got Swords Rex in 1. You'd like to think be showing good early. Trinity Junior in 2. Nice early pace dog. On her outside, she's got Galloping Sydney, who is, if he comes away, he's got flying early. But she's got good track craft, and she'll take a gap if she can get there. She doesn't mind if she comes inside or outside. So she's there. She did a great semi-final run, and we couldn't wish for her to be in any better form. So,
and we can see that she is a great bitch. Bockos Crystal goes in trap 3 of the Easter Cup. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, Galloping Sydney goes in trap 4 for the Holland camp in the Easter Cup final at the weekend. Nicky's been so impressive in the first 2 rounds. And then were you slightly disappointed in the semi-final that he not just finished 3rd? Obviously, Bockos Crystal was away and gone, but they got picked up by Trinity Junior as well.
Probably not. He didn't trap to the best of his ability, and that's his game. He's early pace, trap out and gone, and hopefully hold on at the 550-yard boxes. 550 is plenty far enough for him. He wouldn't want to be going any further. So when he didn't trap, the go-in Saturday, it was slow. We'd had a lot of rain in Shelbourne, which had eased off at the first race, luckily. So that would definitely go against him. We were just pleased that he qualified because he'd ran so well in the previous rounds. You were waiting for the photo to see how he qualified. So we wouldn't read too much into it. He's come out of it. He's bouncing, really pleased with him Sunday morning and what have you. And he checks out fine. So, yeah, just the going against him and not starting the best that he can. Hopefully rectify that this weekend.
He looks a very happy dog, as do all your dogs from the videos you kindly sent us. But he was a Laurels finalist as well, and also going well in the Paddy Keogh Gold Cup when he got knocked over. But that wasn't that long ago, so he's obviously come out of that perfectly fine.
Yeah, he loves his racing. He's very, very straightforward. You know, he's a great dog in the kennel. He's no trouble. He loves going racing. He's grown up this year. Takes everything in his stride. Comes out of his races really, really well. Yeah, disappointing in the Gold Cup because he'd been going very well and got very badly balked and nearly fell over going to the first bend, which was unfortunate. And it's been going really well here in the Easter Cup. So yeah, I think Pat and Una are thrilled and they'll be there to support him on Saturday.
Lovely. He's had trap 5 so far in the Easter Cup, and now he gets 4 for the final. Is that okay?
Yeah, look, ideally we'd probably like him to be nearer to the rail. He does like to be on the rail, but if he comes away very well, he will run his line. He does have a tendency to drive the first bend, but he needs to be coming away. You know, there's some strong Bockos Crystal strong, trap 6 is strong in there. He needs to be coming away to the best of his ability because it's a final, and obviously the best place to be is in front, and he's not going to be coming behind anybody. He needs to be out there in front.
And at the time of recording this, he's sort of double figures for the final. Is that a bit unfair given the circumstances of the semi-final run?
I'd say so. Yeah, you know, he's a great dog, and if he's in front, he's hard. He's hard to get round. But yeah, I suppose people are looking at his semi-final run and maybe looking at that. And it is a great final. There's some great dogs in there. You know, there's some great classic winners in there. So look, if he's out in front, they have to catch him.
There we go. Galloping Sydney will go from trap 4 in the Easter Cup final. Well, Romeo Magico is obviously a dog very, very familiar to all our viewers, the 2022 English Derby champion, known to you guys as Badger. He'll line up in the final of the Easter Cup in trap 5. And actually, Nicky, you were saying he's got a big weekend ahead of him in more ways than one.
He has, yes. We've got a bitch here, New in Nifty, who's a full sister to a repeat mating of New in Taylor. She's a good bitch for us, and she's heavy and pup to him. So yeah, he's got a big weekend. So we may have puppies born, and he's competing in the Easter Cup. So yeah, it's
and
great.
If he wins, you're going to treat him with.
Oh yeah, we might get paternity leave. You know, he can have a couple of weeks off, I'd say.
Where are we at with this dog? Because I think since the English Derby has full dipped a little bit, and now he looks to be somewhere near back to his best. Is that fair?
Oh, look, he's great. He's a lovely dog. He really is. He ran in Ledger in Limerick, had an awful draw in the final, really, and got balked. Came back and sort of prepared him for the Easter Cup, and he's been running brilliantly. We're very pleased with him. His run in the second round was great. Absolutely delighted with him. And again, you know, he ran ever so well. George Rex just cut him off at the second bend Saturday night in tough going. And, you know, George Rex is a great dog, and he didn't really get that far. What if he win by a length, you know, in going like that? So he is what he is. He's brilliant. He's a brilliant dog. We can't say any more about him. You know, he's our English Derby winner. We love him to bits.
Absolutely. You know, you'd love to see these dogs in a 2-dog trial, Swords Rex and Romeo Magical, to see who.
Oh no, you wouldn't. No, you couldn't have things like that happening.
But obviously, Swords Rex has his draw in 1. Romeo Magico has only been in trap 5 once in his career. That was at Cork when he came 3rd in the first round of the Laurels. What do you make of 5 for him?
Look, he will run his line. We're fairly certain he'll run his line down. He needs to be coming away. It's a final, and you know, you don't want to be making a hash of the start. You need to be coming away, and if he's coming away, he's as fast as anything. He really is. He's a super dog, and he's fearless, and he'll take a bend. He runs a great bend, phenomenal down the back straight. You know, remember the Easter Cup final last year? He nearly caught Susie Sapphire, and you know, there was bulking badly at the third bend. He's got his second chance this year, because we never know what would have happened. You know, maybe he would have picked her up and beat her. Maybe he wouldn't. We never know. But he's got his second chance this year. So he's fitting well, and we're very hopeful that he's going to go well.
So then hopefully maybe a couple of weeks paternity leave. And then after that, Rosalie back to defending his English Derby title?
Yeah, all being well. I think that is the plan for him to come back. You know, if only for Dave and Nicola to see him, which they love to see us back and see him back. So yeah, you know, he loves Toaster, and I'm sure that'll be the plan heading back across.
Oh, absolutely lovely. Looking forward to seeing him back in action. And as you say, it's a terrific final, but he's in trap 5. All the best, Nicky.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm joined now by trainer Robert Gleeson, who has Toolmaker Wilde going for him in trap 6 in that all-railer field in the Easter Cup on Saturday night at Shelbourne Park. Robert, congratulations for making the final. Just tell us what you make of the draw, given there's 6 railers. Would you rather be in 6 than, say, 3 or 4?
I probably would, yeah. I'd be glad to be in 6 and 3 or 4 because he might get squares going up to the bend, you know what I mean? But he will have room. But he is a railer. But he has 1 out of 5 in Shelbourne. Probably he's on his fastest 550 run out of 5 in Shelbourne. But probably the field wasn't as good as what it is Saturday night. But look, he's in good form and he's there with a chance.
Robert, we're actually going to have a look at the first round where he finished 3rd to Bockos Crystal in the end, but he was in trap 4 in this round, and obviously being one of the staying types of the field, he managed to just drop back and get himself a nice pitch on the rails.
He did, yeah. He got a nice run on the rails. So, look, he is lacking the early. He wouldn't have the early pace. He's probably 2 or 3 lengths short of the top class early pace. You know, the dogs, Swords Rex and the Romeo dog. But look, he's running well. We kind of put him into the Easter Cup to get him fit, running wise for the 600 that's coming up in Shelbourne. So look, it's worked out so far. So we're happy. We're delighted to be in the final.
We're looking at the betting now. He's as big as 25 to 1, the outsider of the field. Is that fair?
Well, he's taking on an English Derby winner and a Con Kirby winner, I suppose, and it's a good field. But he's probably a little bit big at that now. He's a little bit big at that. He's a good dog in his own right, and he's 29.40 then in Shelbourne for the 550. So, like 29.70 could win the final, you know what I mean? But look, we're just hoping he gets a clear run, and if he finishes in the first 3, we'll be delighted.
Well, absolutely. I was going to ask you how you see the race going. Is he the one that they're going to be looking over their shoulder for coming off the last bend?
Oh, he will. He definitely stays. He's a 600 yards dog, and like last week the going was very heavy. It probably suited him too to qualify, but it all depends on what way the dogs come out of the race. Some dogs, they might not, with the heavy going, they probably are a bit tired, but he bounced out of the race. In fairness, in Sunday morning he was perfect, so the heavy going really affect him.
Robert, thank you so much for talking to us. All the best for that final on Saturday and the upcoming Shelbourne 600 as well. Good luck.